Hi, welcome to the stream. I'm Camille, the Dungeon Master. What you need to know is that we are playing 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons in a world of my own creation, called Zenmaria. We're using the Dawn War Pantheon with a few special additions. You may recognize some Pathfinder flair, from the Oracle class to the goddess Sarenrae, and you can find homebrewed items, monsters, and even entire races in this campaign. You might also see me play an important NPC by the name of Ray. He met the party early on and traveled with the group for quite a while before they realized he's not only the missing general of the Imperial Army, but he's also the crown prince of the Empire. Ray has made it his mission to protect his new friends while he embarks on a quest of his own to save various members of his endangered family, as the Empire is in the middle of a civil war. Underlying players to this open rebellion are being slowly revealed throughout the game, and the characters are choosing to remain neutral for now, but these unlikely heroes face a much bigger threat. An insurmountable force threatens the material plane, taunting the characters from just beyond their horizon. At the same time, many factions work to their own ends, both for and against the party's personal objectives. The Divine Covenant seeks to protect the Primal Ban, while the Silence claims to root out corruption at its core, by any means necessary. The Cult of the Dragon Queen aims to raise their Dark Queen from the Nine Hells, and the Assembly still remains a mystery. Even the gods on high mean to meddle in the lives of this group of adventurers that they have named as Fate's Chosen. These adventurers handle trials from handling political intrigue to maintaining the balance of the cosmos, not to mention fighting their own personal demons. In a world where nothing is black or white, good or evil, Fate's Chosen must find a way to mark their own paths and claim their own destinies. Welcome to Open for Adventure.
Have you heard of those touched by fate? Families forged through triumph and trial. Heroes to both stranger and friend lend an ear and I'll spin you their tale.
Hi.
Welcome to the stream!
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to Open for Adventure. My web captioner has puzzled me. I'm Camille. Tonight you were watching the 56th episode of Fate's Chosen.
God.
Although I will say, this feels like a brand new chapter for all of us, right now. So, quick recap. The current party, Kessera, Leona, Alexander, and Eldon, are on their way to look for an artifact of legendary power called Lorekeeper. This item was previously thought by Alexander to be a book, a tome. However, he has learned that it is not so. It is, in fact, a piece of the Veldahar, an ancient artifact created... y'all don't know that. An ancient artifact that Kessera is looking for to fulfill a prophecy about her. They have left the city of Azmorin and are on their way to the Grim, which is a very dark and dangerous jungle to the south of them. The last session we had was a bit of a travel.
Dang it.
A bit of a travel session, so today they are getting into the thick of it. Is 1,000, is that an advantage for everybody? All right, here. Let me add those.
Yeah, that to my list. I think we're gonna need it tonight.
Thank you.
I think y'all are going to need it tonight, too. I'm not going to lie.
Oh!
It's great. It's great. It's fine. It's
It's
great.
fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's cool. We are chill.
Everything's fine.
It's fine. Everything's fine. This is like a
Fine.
great, exciting adventure. You know, we're just living our best lives and hopefully not dying in the process.
Does anybody have anything before we get started that they, anything at all? While I add all these A's. Hey, Kate, would you talk about our sponsor?
I will absolutely talk about our sponsor now that I'm unmuted. Our sponsor is Campaign Coins. If you have not already looked into them, you 100% should look into them because they are first and foremost amazing people. Truly, truly wonderful, amazing people. But also, in addition to being amazing people, which is also enough, they also have really, really amazing merchandise. They have really amazing stock from like obviously coins. They have monetary coins, non-monetary coins. They have coins based off of coins based off of different guilds. They have coins based off of different races. They have. It's just it's mind-boggling, the amount of coins that they have and the variety and the quality.
And they have meeple.
And
Meeples.
meeple, I was getting to the meeple because they have more than just coins. They have pretty much anything else you might need to play your game. They have some quality metal enamel meeple. If you want to use your meeple for the game that meeple is used in, I don't actually know what game meeple is used in. But they're meeple. They have Devon Rue.
Compass rose pins.
Yes, compass roses. Thank you. They have necklaces. They have pins. They have all kind. In addition to really fantastic fiction.
Yeah.
Like they just have everything at this dang store, and they are wonderful people that have decided to support us and what we do. So, if you have a spare moment or have the ability to open another tab on your browser, which I know you can, we all know you have probably too many. Because I do. I have too many tabs.
Just own it. Own it.
Just accept it. Just accept the tabbage. Make another tab. Go to campaigncoins.com and just browse. Just browse. There's so much amazing stuff in there that I frankly wish I owned.
Yeah, me too.
They're on Twitter at campaigncoins. We're also on Twitter at open4. Four. I'm getting there.
Zelda,
We
how are
are.
you?
You found us.
I just
Yeah.
want to show off my really cool sweater. It says "Be a Dragon."
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
Merry Christmas to me from Kate.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
I think that we are ready to get started now that these advantages have been handed out.
Oh God, there are so many. Are you sure we're gonna use all of them?
You can certainly try.
Speak for yourself.
Oh.
3 is a lot.
Three is a lot.
I'm just glad because it's like if I need a crit.
Yeah, I don't know if everybody on the stream knows, but if they have 3 crits, they can trade it in for a
3.
3 advantages. They
Yeah,
can trade it in
advantages.
for a crit.
So you
True.
can contribute to major crits even if you cannot afford to give us a crit. If you want to contribute an advantage. We also just like happy people in the chat. That's also really
Yeah.
fun.
We love, even if you can't contribute financially, which none of us expect that at all. One of the ways you can help support us is just talk in the chat because that's what they look at for part. I know, I looked at that, I was like, God bless it, Taldos. That's what they look at for if we ever try to get partner or that kind of thing. And feel free to come over to our Discord. We have some really incredible people
Coming out with us.
coming on. Okay, so are we?
Oh, come dance with us.
Sorry. Are we ready?
Oh God.
Are we ready?
I think so.
I think so.
I mean, are we ever?
I am
Dude.
armed with stream dog. So
You've
I
got
am
the stream
prepared.
dog. A wild
Got the stream
stream
dog.
dog appears. I did not get everybody's faces like I normally do. Oh, look at the buddy. He's so tired after his long day at Dogtopia.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
it is a lot. He smells good.
Yeah, they wipe them
Mo.
down with like baby wipes before they give them back to me. All right. We're ready. We're ready.
So, did we end right before we were taking a long rest, or right after we had taken a long rest?
I'll say we'll start the session after a long rest, unless there's something you need to do before the long rest.
Nope, just need to take a long rest.
You know, I'm always down
Get
for
back down
shenanigans.
spells.
Let's shenanigans after the long rest.
Okay.
Kessler's good on shenanigans. Thank you.
Yeah.
Especially nighttime.
I was about to
shenanigans.
say, here we go.
Last time we had nighttime shenanigans, it did not end well.
All right. Here we go.
God.
Fate's chosen. The early morning sun is dimmed by the overcast weather on your horizon. you see in front of you. Oh gosh, hold on. That's too much. It's too much all of a sudden.
Oh,
Hold
thank
on.
God.
Hold on.
And it was too much. I was really
You see
scared.
5 dragons.
I'm coming right for you.
Chroma Conclave descends.
Just shit.
I killed one. What's 5? It's 5.
The mists roll off of the low-hanging trees here, and you can already begin to feel the earth under your feet. Every time you take a step, you sink just a half an inch, as if the ground is perpetually wet or just a little swampy. As you approach and begin to break this tree line, the air around you immediately thickens. Now, there's no discernible trail that you can see. There is hold on, my brain just stopped working. There's enough room to walk between the trees, between the foliage, but is there any particular way you would like to travel today?
Carefully, without dying.
Safely.
Lively.
Alive.
It's my new word.
I like it.
We would probably stay on horseback until
Yeah.
As long as we
until
can,
the
yeah.
weight
Okay.
the weight of us on the horses just got it to be a little too
Okay.
much for the
Yeah,
ground.
I mean, and we went off the beaten path to get around the town,
Yeah.
and then were we on the road for a while, and then we eventually cut off and into the forest, or
Mhm.
okay.
Okay. I mean,
Oh, buddy.
do we just know going like do we have a direction? And I mean, not that I'm gonna know what direction is what, but it might give us a good place to start if we need to go south or southeast, southwest.
So the jungle you are right here, and the jungle spans downwards like this.
Okay.
And it opens up more. There's a thick part of the jungle down here, but it starts where you are currently. So if you head south directly into it.
There.
Okay. I mean, if there's no path, I mean, I guess we just,
Times you have to make one.
yeah, I guess we probably look for areas that are reasonably, easier to walk through, so where it's not quite as, like, the brush isn't quite as thick. If we can find, I don't know how much that's going to deviate our path. I don't know if that's a good idea either, but
So I can also I can be near the front, and I've got Mold Earth as a cantrip, so I can be casting that to help make the terrain less
Oh.
difficult.
I like that.
well, now we can go whatever direction we want. We are limitless.
Would somebody like to helm this with a survival check?
Doesn't make sense for me to do. I could, but it
Sure.
makes sense.
Sure.
Kessler,
Sure.
here we go. I think you're the only one
Sure.
proficient in
Sure.
survival.
Yeah, I'm not proficient.
I took a feat,
I am
so
proficient in survival, but
took- was it a feat?
but this isn't the kind of survival I'm proficient in. Yeah.
16.
Okay.
Thank God.
Uh,
Rolled a 7.
As you all begin to make your way through this brush, traversing deeper and deeper into the thickness of it, you begin to find some paths. Some are made by animals. You would recognize some deer, maybe a bear or two, other creatures that you're less familiar with. But you would also find a few sets of humanoid tracks.
Are
Large humanoid tracks or small humanoid tracks?
Average, medium-sized humanoid tracks.
are they boot prints, or are they footprints?
Or are they like foot-shaped prints?
What are you guys looking
Shoes
at?
that aren't boots?
With that 16, it's hard to tell.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
That's fair. That's fair.
I mean, are we heading in the same direction as the footprints, or kind of going across them?
Currently, you are crossing them.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, Kate, you're still logged into the Open for Adventure account. I just want to let you know. I was confused. I said I did not reply.
Let me log out of that then. Log out. Insane.
So, I assume Kesra points these things out to us. So we see a few little trails. But are any of them in the... I mean, and some of them are animal trails. Hmm. Do they look like fresh tracks?
Within the last week.
Okay. Hmm.
And with our map, we know that we've got a couple of days in this jungle, right?
You've
Or
got
we
to...
estimate.
Yeah, your map is rough. It's not direct. It just has a general area of where it imagines Opus Garden is. But it does lead you east and then, or south and then east.
Okay.
So, do we know how many? Is it one set of footprints, or is it like a group like we are?
Small group.
Huh.
Maybe smaller
Okay.
than you.
Well, I mean,
And it
I
wouldn't hurt
guess-
us to follow it, I don't think. Like,
well, is it?
But
I
why,
mean-
but
I
why
don't
would
wanna-
we? I mean,
So, what direction is it going? Are they going? Are they
East.
going east?
They're
They
going
are
east.
going east. I mean, we have to go east eventually. They might know their way around the forest.
At least now we know that they're here.
I mean, that's true. I wonder-
I wouldn't mind knowing who it is.
I guess Camille. Besides this place being called the Grim, do we know anything about this jungle?
Why don't you roll a history check? Or anybody would like to, if you would like to roll, Leona, if you'd like to roll, you can.
I would like to roll.
I might roll a history check.
Okay.
Well,
That
I
natural
got a
one out of the way.
You know what? I'm gonna take this with one advantage
Okay.
because
I
we've
rolled-
got them. This is important.
That's
I rolled
true.
I rolled a 22.
I rolled a 19. You know what that adds up to?
19.
20.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, you got a
rolled-
plus.
I rolled a 26.
Okay. Eldon, did you roll?
I rolled with advantage. I got a 1 and a 2. So
Did
no.
you use one of your advantages?
Yeah, I used
Okay,
one of my
yeah.
advantages.
Make sure y'all let
and-
me know when y'all do that so I can mark
Yeah.
them off.
Yep.
Thanks, Dan.
You're welcome.
All right. 19 and 20. You know that the Grim is very dangerous.
Why is that laugh happening? I'm so scared.
I'm loving it,
Great.
man.
We all going back.
The Grim is dangerous. Most people stick to the outskirts because there are dozens of tales of adventurers who go in who never go out once they go past a certain point.
Cool. Great. Cool.
Um,
We're in a different story.
19s and 20s, you would also know that the Grim is considered to be haunted.
Cool. Great.
You also, so Leona specifically, you would hear tales of what you would now know to be undead, essentially, and ghosts and that kind of thing. So a lot of ghost stories come from this area.
Perfect.
Alexander, with your 26, you actually have read a story about the Grim. It's an old tale. It's a very old fable that was created by a bard, which no one takes very seriously, but it's almost like a fairy tale, essentially. And it's said that the Raven Queen actually cursed this place herself. That she hates this place so much that she banishes her worst enemies here. You've also read that this area is a treasure trove of magic that is unexplainable. You know that there are Morgan, you know about the spell plague lands. It's not quite that extreme, but you know that with that 26, you would understand that there is some reality bending magic probably at foot here. From your studies, you would know.
Okay.
You also know that there is a tribe of elves that lives in the area near where where you're going to be, but you would have heard of also this being the home of a myriad of creatures, including like giant apes and giant frogs and dragons and all kinds of things.
Okay.
Does that answer your question?
Yes. I
Okay.
will relay some of as we've come across these footprints. We're like, well, it could be this tribe of elves that I've heard of lives in this this area.
That would be nice.
With that 26, you would even know that they are the Enthian tribes. Enthean. Enthian tribe.
And are, I guess, what would I know? Are they generally hostile or generally okay?
They're generally okay.
Okay.
You've heard both, that they are somewhat hostile, but also that they're fine.
Okay.
So
yeah, we could we might run across some of the Enthian. This could be one of their hunting parties or patrol. I mean, I don't know. We could be close to a village.
Is it something we should investigate? I've only
mean-
ever heard like stories of this place.
Mm-hmm. Yes, a lot of stories, not a lot of facts. I think that I think that if we should come across them, I think if we are cordial, we shouldn't have a problem. Seeking them out, I'm not sure if it's the best idea, but it's definitely not a bad idea.
Well, if they're from here, they can probably navigate the area much quicker than we can.
True, and they may have more recent stories about the Hopeless Gardens. They might have better idea of where we need to go than the kind of general area of here-ish.
Right. So, should we try to talk to them? Or should we just keep moving and see if we run into anybody? Yeah, like seems a resource that we should maybe take advantage of if we can.
I'm not opposed to it. Kesra, what do you think?
My first thought is to just keep going. If they wanted to talk to us, they'll find us. But
But
We
we
also-
want to talk to them, maybe. No?
yeah,
If they could be of assistance, that would be a good thing.
Yeah.
If we can get help, we should get help.
Do you- So, Alexander, do you think they would help? I mean, based on what you've heard and know?
They may. It would be a roll of the dice. I've heard stories of them being. I've heard stories of them being hostile toward outsiders. I've heard stories of them being amenable and adventurers, having them help them out. I once had a young man that I hired to help me with a tomb that had his uncle or something was also an adventurer and had been lost in the Grim, and the Enthian helped him. But
probably depends on how much of a dick you are.
it
So. Mm,
so if you or me talk first, we're probably all right.
So,
I can be nice.
Hmm.
I mean, no one's saying you can't be nice. It's just not necessarily.
Can't be Leona nice.
You don't always make the best first impressions. Once you get to know you, you're great, but
Okay.
sometimes
Mm-hmm.
you come across a bit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Maybe Alexander, I could talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
I like that plan.
I mean, I don't know if it's better to go and greet them now. If they aren't particularly friendly, I mean, we could always just quietly excuse ourselves.
We are in their home.
Right.
We
So
should not avoid them.
I feel like that's almost worse. Like we're sneaking in or something.
Exactly.
All right. Well, I mean, we can follow these tracks. The question is which direction.
I mean,
East.
They could be leaving. They could be leaving town, or they could be returning to it.
well, what?
Well, if we follow the tracks, we'll end up meeting somebody eventually. Either the town or the people that visit us.
I mean, even if the tracks loop back around in the other direction, right? Because they're not just going to disappear.
I wouldn't put it past anything in this jungle. Considering our feet are sinking half an inch when we walk, I would not be surprised if our footprints are gone shortly thereafter.
I think if we're gonna follow them, we need to do it noisily. Not
Yeah.
like shaking trees as we walk by, but we
Like,
should not
On
be
the-
trying to be sneaky.
we don't want people to think that we're trying to.
Thieves.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not what we're here for. So we follow the tracks until they disappear. Is there can we try to follow? Can we try to keep track of directionally if and when they're if and when they change direction, so that we keep we have a general idea of what direction we are facing at all times? Does that make sense?
No, but I think I know what you mean.
Okay.
Yeah, certainly. You can certainly try.
Okay.
Guess I'm tracking. Okay.
Go ahead and roll me another survival check for me, Kesra.
Aye, aye. I'm just gonna toss your cat to me.
It's fine.
I'm gonna use one of my advantages.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, much better. 28.
Here we go.
Okay.
I rolled a 19.
What would you like to
Survival
accomplish?
shit.
What would you like to accomplish with this survival roll?
Survival.
Well, I would like to be able to. My intention is to track said tracks, keep an eye on them, and then obviously I can't be watching the ground and everywhere else at the same time. However, while I'm looking at the ground, try and keep an eye out for any other suspicious tracks, like giant apes or any of the other terrifying things that you vaguely hinted at when you were listing what we knew about this. So I can't keep an eye above or around, but looking at the ground, trying to see what else lives there and is in the area or was in the area that we're in.
Okay, certainly. You said you rolled like a 28 total? Yeah. Damn. Okay, bitch. Yeah, it's pretty easy for you to follow these tracks now that you know where they are. Specifically, you're like, all right, I've tracked a billion elves. You've got this. You find... quickly, let me Google what animals are in the jungle. I'm just kidding. I would say that you notice, actually, that there are not very many tracks that you find of hostile creatures. You imagine, with that 28, that this Enthian tribe that Alexander told you about probably keeps a pretty tight grasp on their territory.
That makes sense.
Sure. The lot of you continue travel into this jungle. The trees getting a little bit closer together, the ground getting a little softer. Your horses are a little uncomfortable. Who is helming this? Can I get a marching order, please?
I'll be first.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll be after her.
I
I
will bring
would-
up the rear.
I would say I would imagine Eldon and Kesra front and back. So I'll be after.
Kesra and
Alexander.
Alexander, I need dexterity saving throws, please.
You mean even with me looking at the ground like that?
Unfortunately.
No.
Okay. Hey, you get a +3. A +3? Yes, you get a +3 on your saves
Okay.
because you're next to me.
Good.
Okay. 21.
14.
You're welcome. Thank
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Both of you got 14s?
I got a
I got
21.
14. I
Okay.
got 20.
Kesra, you and
So it
Alexander are
begins.
walking along, each of you kind of contributing to this back and forth conversation about, oh, I think this, and da-da-da-da. And all of a sudden, Alexander, the world, the ground is all of a sudden up. As the rest of you hear a loud crack, as Alexander takes a step forward, and you're not quite sure exactly how, ends up in a snare, being pulled up and yanked, and is suspending from a tree.
Just see where this rope leads or whatever's.
Sure.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna.
Alexander, what are you doing?
How high up is he?
I'm
About 30
definitely just
30 feet.
I'm there's probably a yelp when I first get pulled up, and then it's probably kind of cursing under my breath and just kind of looking around. I mean, if nothing immediate happens, I'll be like, stop laughing, Dimples, and help me down.
All right, hang on. I'm gonna go towards the tree and see if it's the kind of snare that the line goes down the tree,
I'm
and see if there's a rope that I can cut to.
going to sling my loot around.
Well, before you do,
and-
hold on.
Okay.
Kesra.
Yeah?
Eldon. As
Yeah.
the two of you move around this massive tree,
No,
where,
guys.
where you hope to free Alexander of his bindings, there are 3 elves. 2 with bows drawn. One with... These 3 figures are actually shorter than you would expect elves to be. But are clearly... Their muscles are like rubier and thicker. Their skin is a little darker than the elves that you've met. Each one of them has dark brown hair pulled back into a ponytail in the back of their neck, and they look to be of varying ages, between a couple hundred years old.
Can I
And
Should I-
before, but as they stand around, what you see is the base of this trap, and they look at you sternly.
I'd like to say in Elvish. That's a really nice snare. Really, really, really well done. Can you help us take him down? In Elvish, please.
They look at each other, and look at you. Make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Can I use one of my advantages to
can.
even it out?
You can.
I'm gonna make it a solid roll, ma'am. It's not fine. It might be fine. It's not. 9.
Good to know.
I rolled a 2.
Alexander, remind me what languages you speak.
Not Elvish.
That's fine. Remind me what languages you speak.
I speak Abyssal, Celestial, Common, Deep Speech, Infernal, Primordial, and Undercommon.
Oh, this is gonna suck for y'all. They say in a language that none of you know. Some words, some. It sounds vaguely like Elvish.
Oh, it's,
Wow.
I think I know what it probably is, but I don't know it.
So we
And I didn't
don't.
prepare
I did.
languages.
And
I'm
they-
going to. My loot is flipped around. Can I start plucking and cast comprehend languages?
You can.
Does
Does
I
comprehend
heard
languages-
Kesra.
Does comprehend language allow you to speak? Is it just you understand?
I just understand the literal meaning of any spoken language.
Perfect.
That sucks.
As you begin to pluck your loot, they all three eyes look towards you. What are you
I'm
doing?
gonna- Hey. I'm gonna point up at Alexander.
I'm gonna start. I'm gonna point. And I'm going to try to act out what I can of, like, can you help us?
One of them looks. When you see one of the back ones nudge the other and be like, and say, "I thought that was our dinner." And the other two crack up laughing.
Ha. Could you please?
I'm.
So at this point, do you think, Mindy? Do you think that they know that you have cast a spell?
Possibly. It's very possible.
Okay.
I think once they turned, I probably finished off what I needed to from the spell and my hands went up.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a, I mean,
Okay.
if
Let's
they
see-
have
let's-
any,
Let's see if they roll.
they have any familiarity with any kind of bards, they're going to know that there's a good chance something just happened.
They are. You sense that one of them is a spellcaster. You recognize a pendant to Melora on one of their chests. And they give you a glance looking at each other. Do you understand what we're saying? That's your friend. Do any of you know magic? Arcane. Magic. We'll cut him down. But we need something from you. Deal?
Switch to a bloody language we can understand.
Oh,
What's going
so
on?
they said that they asked if we had an arcane caster and if, can you understand me?
Are you speaking in common?
I'm speaking in common.
They just look at you.
Okay, I don't think they speak common. Do you speak Elvish? I'll say in Elvish.
They just look at you.
Yeah, that didn't work.
A,
for me,
a
so.
brow like starts to raise on one of their eyes.
Okay, no. They said that we could make a deal. They need something, but they're willing to cut you down.
Did they say what the something is?
I'm going to try to gesture to see if I can get more information.
Can you act out this gesture for me?
Charade.
We want to help. But what do you need from us?
Make
You
a-
help hit. Okay.
Go, no, go ahead. Keep going.
I was just gonna say, you help him. What do you need from all of us?
We need you to look at something.
So, like, to look at something and, like, what kind of thing? Like a sword? Like a ring?
Like a sword. I was gonna act it out. Yes, a sword.
I think they just want us to help identify an object, which to be perfectly honest, seems well worth not being
Yes,
attacked.
the blood is
Blondie?
going to my head.
Okay. Yes.
Much more useful other places.
Yes. Now is not the time.
They
Yes,
abruptly
yes.
cut Alexander down.
I'm
Oh.
gonna try and catch him. It's gonna
I was
suck
gonna-
for him.
Would you like-
levitate?
Okay, yeah. So you go to catch
That's
him.
why I had my loot
And
out.
just as he's about to land directly in your arms, Leona, with her quick fingers, casts Levitate and saves the day.
Oh. That would have really hurt for you.
Yes, it would have.
I'm in. Ting ting.
So we I'm gonna step closer to the elves.
You see the main one that's speaking to you is kind of a feminine form, and the two behind her are masculine presenting, and she kind of stiffens a little bit, and the two behind her tighten their grip on their bows.
Where is it? Do you want me to look at it?
Come with us.
So they want us to go with them, and technically we made a deal, so we should probably go. I
Yeah.
don't think.
I agree.
I mean, they did let you down, and they haven't fired an arrow, so
Yes, let's, by all means,
Sure.
and then maybe they'll help us get to where we need to go.
perhaps.
So we follow.
Okay.
I don't mind to be in the lead this time.
All right. So, the four of you begin to follow these three elves, and as you get a closer look, they look a little different than the elves you might know. Maybe just a different kind of like a variation. Maybe closer to wood elves, but still not quite what you're expecting. Especially Alexander, you've spent a lot of time around elves, especially recently. So they lead you down this, what you see now as you walk along, it definitely seems like a path, but something you might not have picked up initially. The leader in front does not carry any weapons, or doesn't look like they are armed at all. But the two behind her have their bows drawn and are moving very quietly, their steps making almost no noise. Maybe 20, 30 minutes goes by. Would anybody like to do or say anything in this time while they're leading you silently?
I mean, Kesra, next time, try and warn me if there's a snare trap before I stick my foot in it.
To be honest, if I'd seen the snare trap, I would have.
All right. I believe you.
As funny as that was, because it was pretty. But we've all gotten caught. It was really funny. I probably would have. I would have told you if I'd seen it. Which I was staring at the ground pretty hard and I didn't see it. So.
Which, I mean, hey, we didn't see them either, or hear them. Who knows how many more there are around us.
Probably a lot.
As you two are speaking, one of them looks back. Shh.
I think they want you to be quiet.
Shh. This one has a very stern face, strong jawline. One of the men in the back.
Physically restraining myself from flicking them off after that shush. It's just a natural reaction, but
Do we happen to see any more people when we come as like kind of lurking as we get
Are you looking
closer?
for other people?
I am, because I'm not really sure what else I should be looking for.
Why don't
I'm
you
just
Why don't you roll
yeah.
a perception for me?
oh, 16.
Currently, you do not see any people, but as it's almost all of a sudden where you enter a clearing, and then if you hadn't gotten within maybe 15 feet of it, you would have never known it was here. A large camp. Semi-permanent, from the looks of it. Some tent-like structures, others more stone and that kind of situation. Very, you do not get the sense that these people are uncivilized by any means or that they are lacking technology. It seems more of an intentional kind of minimalistic life. And in this, there are maybe 40 elves who are all milling about and talking to each other, and they all turn and look when you all arrive. And the camp goes silent. How long does comprehend languages last?
Oh.
10 minutes,
10 minutes, so it's gone.
I think.
Okay.
Or wait, no, sorry, 1 hour.
1 hour.
Okay.
Thank you. I was looking. You found it
It's
first.
one of those two things.
One of these elves turns to you and says, "Wait here."
I'm gonna. Is it all right if I sit down and pull out one of my books and start to ritually cast comprehend languages? Like, I want to start doing it, and like if while also kind of glancing up and seeing if any of them are like, "Hey, don't do that."
Sure, no, actually, as soon as you do, you start sit down and ritually casting, you garner a lot of attention. None of it's bad. They all just seem very intrigued. You don't imagine that you do see a lot of, as you're kind of glancing around, it's not that they're not familiar with magic, it's just that they don't have arcane casters. And so this kind of like, they're familiar with the concept of ritually casting, but it's you pulling this book out. And a lot of them seem fascinated by your book, by your spell book.
Okay.
So you have a couple children gathered around you, young adults. And about 2 minutes go by before those three elves return, and they have a human with them. A young human man, maybe in his late 20s. "Oh, hi, hello. You speak common, right?"
Thank God.
Oh.
Hi. He's got like round glasses, kind of a button-up white shirt that's well worn, pale khaki trousers, a nice vest, and he's got actually around his belt you see a couple of, Alexander, which you would recognize as cartography tools. "Oh, I'm so glad to see you. Ha! How are you?"
Is this Milo from Atlantis? It makes me happy. Sorry.
We're doing well. We were told that we were going to be needed.
Oh, yes. Hi, I'm Sam.
Oh.
Kesra.
I'm Leona. Oh.
Kesra, Leona. Hi. So this is the Enthian tribe. They've been here for a couple hundred years. I'm studying them. I'm it's like a live-in situation. They're kind of giving me access to their culture. I don't really speak Sylvan, so it's kind of a
Sylvan. That's what this is.
sometimes when I speak Elvish, they kind of look at me funny. Regardless, yeah, they told me. I mean, I've picked up some Sylvan. I've been here for about a couple weeks now. Yeah, a couple weeks, I think. I'm sorry, I'm not really sure what day it is anymore. Regardless. Sorry, I'm not used to speaking common anymore.
You're doing a great job.
Thanks. They want you to look at something that they found, I think.
What did they find?
Uh,
They made it sound like it was some kind of weapon.
I don't know. It's in a special grove that I'm not gonna go anywhere near. Because it's very sacred to them, and I am afraid of fucking it up. To be honest, I don't want them to eat me. They don't eat people. That was just an expression.
That's
But-
a very strange expression.
Yeah. I'm also not. I'm not. I don't do magic, so I'm really not any help to them. But they want you to go look at it, and if you can tell them about it, I think that they will be nice and maybe give you dinner.
Is it going to be people?
No, it's not people. They're actually they don't eat a lot of meat. A lot of it is foraged.
Well, I mean, I'm sure we could check it out. I mean, I know I can probably look at it, or Alexander can.
Sure. Well, I can go with you and translate for a short time if you need, but I'm gonna stay out of the grove because I'm a little bit well, my mom called me accident prone, so
Oh,
I've broken some things, so I'm just gonna hang back at the line of the grove.
oh.
Sure.
But yeah, are you all ready? Are you ready to go?
Is
Alexander?
Blondie still ritually casting?
Still working on it.
Yeah. You gotta
Is
give us
that
a few
how-
more minutes.
Oh, sure. Well, can I get you something to drink, like some water or something?
Sure.
That would
I'll take some water.
be nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
He I'll go to my tent. And he runs, and you see this tent is a little bit more ramshackle than anything, and he comes back with one water skin. It's like, this is all I've got, but here you go.
Oh, well, if that's all you have, and I mean,
I could get some more.
Sam, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you've successfully not been eaten for several weeks, you said.
Yeah.
By the way, today's whatever today is.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Yeah, just so that you're.
Oh, so I've been here for about 2.5 weeks. Okay, it feels like a lot longer. Okay.
Wow. So what are while he's busy,
Mm-hmm.
who doing?
He looks very busy.
But what would you suggest we not do? Other than like the common courtesy, don't steal their shit, break their shit, assault people, etc.
Yeah, they're very like they don't like touch that's not consensual. So don't reach out and grab them, or like if you do want to touch them, you have to be very specific and ask first. They're very conscious of that.
No backslaps, got it.
so no hugs.
Yeah, they hug each other, but they
No.
ask, or there's like sometimes an
I-
understanding.
We can't really ask when he can't speak Sylvan.
Oh, I know how to say.
Can I have a hug?
It's not exactly. It's like I can teach you the word for hug.
Oh, yes!
It's like
I mean,
embrace.
I feel like that's really the only word I need.
Okay, perfect. And he'll go through and he'll teach you the Sylvan word for embrace.
Okay, I'm writing that down.
Eldon is just checking out the entire encampment, looking for any type of
Roll
like
perception.
what yeah,
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
you're fine. You're fine. 17.
From a militaristic perspective, it's pretty well guarded. You see, they've fashioned some lookouts in trees that the closer you look, the more you see that there are connecting lines between them that might serve as like tight ropes that they could quickly walk across. This is pretty well fortified. And they all seem very interested in you. What was your perception roll?
It was 17.
Okay, that's what you get.
When he pulls out his poor little water jug, we technically have 2 jugs of alchemy. I would like to think that I still have one personally.
Sure.
So I'm going to reach into my now abyss bag. I'm not going to look into it. I'm just going to reach into it because I get baby steps. And I'm going to pull out my jug. I'm just going to weigh my options. I'll go with water for now. I'm just going to take a sip from my jug.
He kind of looks at you a little curious. Okay,
Get a
cool.
refill?
Is it clean?
I sure fucking hope so. I didn't ask for dirty water, so I would assume so.
Well, in the jungle, it's kind of dangerous. There's bugs, and you can't just drink the water. You'll
I'm gonna
get
pour a little bit out
diseases.
on the ground.
Does it look clean?
Looks pretty clean to me, I guess. I don't know. Did you clean it?
I mean, it's It's magic, so
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't really do a lot of magic stuff, so here, thanks. Flip, 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 flip. That's actually it's pretty clean water. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kasra.
No.
You all look pretty well armed. What are you doing here? Are you here for treasure or
We're
the
going-
hunt or where are you
Yes.
going?
going on an adventure.
Ooh, tell me about your adventure.
Well, Ooh,
I mean, I know this
It's a
part's pretty well.
secret.
Oh.
It's a secret adventure.
but it's a secret adventure that's taking us south and then east.
Are you going to the heart?
Maybe.
What's that?
The heart of the Gram.
Yeah, what is it?
It's the. Well, then you're not going if you don't know what it is. So.
We do. I do. That's actually, we're making sure you know where it is. You know what it is because if you, this is like Kester said, it's very secretive. So
I don't believe you.
really, huh?
Most people believe her.
I mean, it's probably because I'm mostly pretty honest. But I
Really
mean, if the
honest.
heart is southeast, then that's probably where we're going.
It might be. We don't know. We were just checking.
Well, what
Where's
do you...
the heart?
The heart is at the center of the Grim.
I know, but what's there? Is what we need there?
Have you seen it?
No,
Have you been there?
no, I haven't. I've seen it from a distance, but no, I haven't been there.
What does it look like?
It looks like it's really dark. It's black, and
Oh.
it juts up from the ground. It's this big, like, tall, pointy thing,
Fire or
like a spire. That's a good word for it.
is it natural or is it
Looks pretty unnatural to me.
like it's a building or construction?
Mm.
And you don't know what's there?
I mean, not a lot of people do.
Does anybody here know? Do you think?
We can ask him.
Well, you can ask them.
I can ask him.
Yeah, I can't ask him. I don't speak it.
You
I
hear
could try
him
to-
call out in Sylvan to one of the other, someone else.
Okay.
And from a tent comes an older, dark-haired elf who's clearly wizened by time and age. Male, long braided hair. They speak some Sylvan back and forth, and the elf turns to you all and says, "I know why you're here."
Is that in common? Oh. Do you
You're-
all speak common?
No, they do
Oh.
not.
I say that was rude.
You're looking for the Hopeless Gardens.
What do you know about the Hopeless Gardens?
I've lived here for over a century.
So, probably more than us.
Probably.
Is there anything you'd like to share about the Hopeless Gardens?
I tell you what. If you can identify what is going on with this item, and if you can help me break its hold on my nephew,
Oh.
I will help you find what you're looking for.
I'm gonna look at Kesra.
So, what do you know about this item before we start to? I mean, I think we can help you, but what?
Before you answer that, how do you know where we're going?
Melora told me.
Of course you did.
I mean, the gods are pretty great like that sometimes.
Mindy, Leona, roll persuasion to see what she will tell you about what she knows.
31.
She takes a few steps closer to you and kind of leans a little closer. None of the young men will tell you this. But there is a green dragon. Wings of emerald brings poison. Its lair is encroaching in our territory, and some of our more foolhardy, brave, as they say, warriors went to go fight it. They did not return, save my nephew. And he brought with him back a sword that he seems to be enamored with. It demands blood from him. I have him restrained in my tent. He cannot be trusted for the time being.
Man's blood?
Yes. It is some sort of sentient thing, and I cannot break its hold.
At least my horse only demands apples. Jesus.
Is my ritual
ahead.
done?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So, do you know if they faced the dragon? And do you think that that the sword might be from?
That is my estimate. That they fought the dragon in its lair like idiots. I'm not sure how he came into possession of the sword. All I know is that he came back crazed, eyes wild.
Does he speak common?
No.
Okay.
All right.
Um.
And does he have the sword on him or
No,
near him?
no.
Okay.
They are kept separate.
Well then, take me to the sword and I can at least identify it. Or try to.
Yeah.
Okay. Follow me. I will take you to the Grove of Melora. Sam, who was lingering back, who he understood that this was a private conversation, kind of peers all at you eagerly, seeing if he's needed at all. Okay. Kind of tags along a little bit behind you as this elderly elven woman walks forward with her cane, leading you all outside of the main camp. And interestingly enough, as you leave the main camp, she takes you along a path that follows around a tree. And as it goes around this tree, it steepens downward into a large cavern. The entrance to this cavern is quite small. Most of you have to duck to get in. But as soon as you get in and you are able to get underneath, you see that the cavern has a few small breaks in the ceiling where light filters in stunningly beautiful blue rays. In this area, you see flowers of all sorts of variety, pinks and purples and blues, just orchids, peonies, flowers that none of you have ever maybe even dreamed about. This is very, very much so Melora's gardens. In the very center, on a large rock, rests a dark black sword. A long sword. She gestures for you, Alexander, to go forward.
Okay. This will take a little time.
Okay.
And I'll start up a ritual to identify it.
Okay. Make a history check before you do.
Okay.
With advantage.
Ooh.
Alexander, you approach the sword and it is long and black, almost as if it is made from obsidian itself. There's a onyx stone set in the hilt and the pommel with wrappings of just ornate carvings. What was your history check?
26.
Alexander, I'm about to message you.
Okay.
While she's writing the message, if you guys are watching and are just joining us, welcome. We're happy to have you.
Oh.
Please follow us here. It doesn't cost you any money. Follow us on Twitter at Open4Adventure, number 4 Adventure. All of our stuff is on YouTube at Open4 FOR Adventure. I spelled it right that time. And join us on our Discord because we would love to be friends with you. Let me do that Discord command real quick. Oh snap! Dan jumped on it, beat me to it.
Come hang out with us.
Please, we just want to be your
Please.
friend.
Mhm.
We just want to love you.
Yes.
Let us.
Let us love you.
Whoa, Mindy.
No.
It can get that intense
What?
sometimes too. I'm sorry. Our love can be intense.
It's true.
but
I will not
anyway.
apologize.
All right. I'm gonna stop like a few feet away and give it kind of like quizzical look, and then get a little closer. And I definitely spend like probably a minute or two just kind of inspecting it first before I even pull out my book and start to cast this. Start to cast the identify ritual around it.
Do I catch
Um,
on to the quizzical nature of your?
I'm not.
checking in on-
I'm not hiding it. I mean, I'm definitely like a little surprised.
What's
Bondi?
wrong?
It's a sword.
Oh.
Okay.
And I'll complete the ritual.
Of identify?
Yeah.
Your suspicion's confirmed.
Okay.
In fact, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
With advantage because I'm next to you. Not advantage. +3. Excuse me.
Okay.
+3. +3.
Oh no.
You have.
Ooh, that's good.
Oh,
I
thank
rolled
God.
well.
Let's
That is. Oh dang! I got a decent con save. That's 25.
Oh.
Dang.
Kestra's thing definitely helped. That's for sure. But I rolled really well.
1 moment, please.
Oh, I don't like this.
Me neither.
Don't
I rolled
forget
a
it.
natural 19.
Oh, no.
Purveyor. Shh. Purveyor of darkness. I see you. Do you dare approach? You vile creature. I know what you are. I know what you do. I will slay men like you until I am broken and shattered in the ground.
And if I were to say that
Good.
if I were to say that I oppose your former master,
You oppose my former master. You oppose the one who made me to take down the God of Secrets.
no. I oppose the Whispered One.
Then pick me up.
I'm
Bathe
not
me
one.
in necromancer's blood.
I don't think I'll be doing that. Not because I don't think it would be very interesting, but I'm not really, what you could say, the sword type.
Then give me to someone worthy.
That might be arranged. Would you release the elf?
The elf made a decision. I cannot release him. His promise to me is not fulfilled.
Oh, and what did he promise you?
I require blood.
And if you don't get it,
I will consume him.
how much blood for you to for this bond to be broken.
3 gallons. No, I'm just kidding. I do not have time for petty questions.
I mean, I think you do. You're locked in a place, and I have a feeling you'll stay here unless you answer them.
I'll tell you when enough is enough. I'll tell you when I'm satisfied.
You are quite the enigma. So, you need to take life. Is that it?
Ideally, I would be used to. Oh, hold on. Take down the Whispered One.
This is a noble goal.
But I obviously cannot do so myself. I need a wielder, a powerful wielder.
Powerful wielder. I know a few. If someone else were to claim you and work with you, would your grasp on the elf end?
Yes. If you find me a better substitute for that weakling.
I see.
Together they and I will destroy whoever is corrupted by the eye or the hand.
Are either of those in the world right now?
They are always in the world. I feel them pulling at me. One to the north, one to the west.
All right. Bide a moment. I shall return. I assume I've been talking out loud to myself in
Yep.
the middle of a circle.
Alexander?
All right there, Blondie.
I'll come back.
Are you...
I am fine. And I'll turn to the elf. Madam,
Yes.
that is an incredibly powerful and dangerous artifact.
Then, like I said, it should be returned to where it came from.
Possibly. What have you tried to break your nephew of
Rest.
this?
Restoration spells, sleep, food deprivation, everything.
Oh, I...
See it.
Well, I can try to remove the curse, see if that works, but from what it sounds like you've done, I'm not sure it will work.
You can always try.
Yes.
And then when you're done, what will you do then?
Well,
You were talking to it, Blondie.
You...
yes.
Like not just like chattering,
Like-
like you were having like a
Like an actual conversation.
Yes. That weapon has a sole purpose. And that is to take life.
good purpose for a
But
sword.
in particular, there is a particular life it is trying to take. That sword is meant to slay the Whispered One.
I
DM,
mean,
have I heard of this sword?
Probably not.
It's fine.
This is what happens when you make a
that's-
mercenary.
I know. It's fine.
Make a wizard
I
next
mean-
time.
I will.
I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing, is it?
No, but as I said, its sole purpose is to take life. On its way to the Whispered One, it will consume many. And not necessarily in a judicious manner. I am,
What?
to be
the
quite
sword-
frank, terrified of the damn thing.
It's a sword.
Yes, well, it likes to hunt people like me, Kesra.
It can't do anything without somebody holding it. It's not like the sword's gonna pop up and start walking around.
Yes, but it has a very powerful pull. I felt it trying to invade my mind as I was just near it. I hadn't even touched it.
Okay, so how do we disconnect it from?
Well, like I said, I can try to remove the curse, see if that will break the bond, but I'm assuming that this woman here is quite the accomplished healer. My guess is that what I can do will be no better than what she can. But the sword wants a wielder. It wants a powerful wielder.
I'm looking
But-
at Eldon.
Don't look at me.
I mean,
My whole purpose is to protect life, not take as much as possible. This sword does not belong to me.
is there a chance that whoever takes the sword could, resist that urge? I mean, clearly, this particular individual maybe can't, but I mean, is it possible?
DM, with my knowledge of this sword, do I have any idea of do I have knowledge of previous users and what they kind of had to do or what they did, like going insane and killing their entire family or some shit like that?
So you rolled like a 26 on your history check on this.
Yeah.
You would know that this sword has not been seen in a very, very long time.
Okay.
I'm talking centuries.
Gotcha. I honestly don't know, Leona. It's possible. It's possible. A truly mentally and physically strong person might be able to resist its pull, but I don't know for how long.
I'm going to. Is our guide still with us? Did
Mhm.
they?
Sam or the elven woman?
Not Sam. I mean, yes, but the elven woman.
The elven, Sam is not with you. The elven
Yeah,
woman,
because
she's kind of standing in the back, just watching, resting on her staff.
do you?
My name is Nyana, by the way.
Nyana, I'm Leona. You said that they went to face a dragon. Do you know if they actually slayed the dragon?
No, I do not think so. Well, I do not think so.
I'm gonna turn back to Alexander. If they found this sword and it was at one point in the dragon's possession, is there a chance that not that a dragon would necessarily be willing to help us, but Is it possible that they would know?
The dragon
Yeah.
would know what?
What to do?
Nyana, you said it was a green dragon.
Yes.
Mm.
I mean, I don't really know if they'd be willing to have a conversation, but
Blondie, let's just go see if that remove curse spell works. Because if it does, then
Of course.
problem solved.
If you would lead the way, Nyana, I will see if it will work on your nephew.
You all exit this grove. Nyana takes you back up, where you see Sam is waiting for you at the camp, kind of like looking eagerly. How did it go?
Good.
good.
Okay. Do you want a berry?
Yes.
Yeah.
I only have one. Kester takes it.
Yeah.
It's a blueberry.
Remember, Kesra, they don't like touching.
He's fine.
He could. I'm fine.
He offered.
Yes, but just, be careful with the grabby hands.
He offered.
Nyana takes you to more of a permanent structure. The inside is well lit, but with no interior lights. It's just they've somehow managed to capture the way the sun rises and sets perfectly through the windows and sunroofs. And in this room, there is a cot and a young elven man tied to it. He is sweating, profusely muttering incoherently in Sylvan.
Nyana, I'm going to attempt to do this. I don't know 100% what breaking the connection might do to your nephew. It might kill him.
Do it.
How well is he restrained?
Pretty well restrained.
Right. I will walk up and pull out my staff, or have my cane, and just kind of pull the bead of green energy between my hands, and lay my hands on either side of his head, and then just try and pull it out.
Make a spellcasting ability check.
Can I?
Can you what?
Can I place a hand on his back and cast guidance?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You can add a d4 to that.
I'm going to take advantage.
Okay.
That's better. Okay. So should I be adding my spell modifier or my spell attack modifier?
So this is a spellcasting check. So it is your whatever you rolled plus your ability score that you use for spellcasting. So for you would be intelligence.
Okay. 21.
Okay. You feel this power that's possessed him, that's taken hold of him, that's taken root in every fiber of his being, fight you as you pull this curse from him. This young elf lets out a terrible scream as you pull your hands away, and this cloud of black smoke is thrust out of his mouth and dissipates into the air around you. He coughs and splutters. And now everything is still.
DM. Did that black cloud of smoke that was drawn out through his mouth/face look anything like the black smoke that was drawn out of my face?
Why don't you make a roll a d20?
Okay.
Make a check.
18.
Mm-hmm. A bit.
Great.
Not exactly, but a bit.
Great. Really reassuring. Thank you.
Alexander, it seems to have worked.
Sweet.
Are you okay? How do you feel? Oh, uh, I'm gonna turn back to our friend who can actually speak Sylvan.
You turn to Nyana, and she gives you a nod and places a hand on his shoulder, begins to speak to him. He is well. Thank you. Thank you.
Nyana, that grove that the sword is in seems fairly divine.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a place that you all stay pretty regularly, or
We live here most of the year, yes.
but you do leave?
Very rarely. And not all of us. Why?
All right. I am loath to touch that weapon or let any of my friends touch it. And I fear for your people should they touch it, but it is a
Dark.
yes, very.
I
I
want
wouldn't.
it gone. Take it back to where it came from. For all I care. I fear that the Green Dragon will retaliate if they know we have it.
All right.
Will it fit in a bag?
I mean, yeah, but I don't want to touch the damn thing,
We can
and I could never get the handle of Mage Hand.
I mean, we
Oh.
could. I mean, it'll be.
I have a really big sword I can touch the other sword with and just kind of like
I'm pretty.
scoot it.
I mean,
Remember
We-
where I said I felt it invading my mind and I hadn't touched it?
Yeah.
We-
yeah.
Carried it in
You did?
a bag. We did not touch it directly.
All right.
Okay.
If
mean-
you can, yes. If
Mhm.
if you could do that again, I've got a place that we can stash it, at least for the moment.
Then I will tell you. You want what is at the center of the Hopeless Gardens.
Yes.
I will tell you how to get where you want to go. The heart of the Grim. That will be your guide. You'll know you're there when the heart is the color of crimson like the blood of those before you. When you see the veins twisting like vines, you'll find what it is that you seek. But as you wander the path, do not stray from it. It will be there. Maybe a little trodden, worn in some places, but you keep the mountains on your left and the spire on your right at all times. And with enough haste, luck, and a little protection from the Wild Mother, you will find what you seek.
Following the directions this time.
We followed them last time, Kestra.
No. Not at first.
Yes, at first. We just decided to skip a step.
Uh-huh.
And on that note, we're going to take a quick short bio break. If you're watching this, please get something to drink. Please stay hydrated. And learn about our Patreon. We'll be right back.
pandemonium. Oh baby, I love your madness. It's so incredibly beautiful. Oh, you shine like gold, so selfless to all, and wild like an animal. Some would say I'm insane in the right in a way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know, and give me your freedom. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. The limit of love is endless, I know. Just do what you want with me. Yeah, I want it all. Could care less the cost. I give you my everything. Some would say I'm insane in the right in a way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know, and give me your freedom. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. And give me your freedom. Whoa, yeah, to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah. Oh.
And we are back.
Sorry.
Nice timing.
Sorry.
So, previously on Fate's Chosen, they have found the Sword of Cass and have successfully detached it from its host?
Victim.
Victim, thank you. And are making their next move. Fate's Chosen, what are you doing?
I guess first steps are get the sword into one of our bags of holding so that it's in an extra dimensional space and not bugging us all the time.
Hmm?
Or at least hopefully not bugging us all the time.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Get the sword into a bag of holding.
Okay. So you're gonna return to the grove, lift the sword up with a something.
Sword.
Yeah, like a bag or something. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my great sword, and I'm just gonna and we'll put it in.
Just like push it
my
in.
bag.
Put it in your bag.
Do you have a bag of holding?
I do.
Oh well,
Just
then let's put it
throw-
fucking in your bag. There you go. Shoot. Take it. I don't want it. It's too tiny.
So we get it in the bag,
Mhm.
and then didn't she say she wanted us to take it back to the dragon?
I think she just wants us to get it out of her village.
But didn't she say something about the dragon might retaliate if she?
If it's here. If we,
Don't
I was originally maybe asking them to guard it in the grove, but
Oh, okay.
uh,
Okay.
but
So we're
if-
just taking it, and we're going to go continue on
con-
our path,
correct.
and then maybe find a place to hide it away forever.
Perhaps. I'm not opposed to
Are y'all
it
talking about
returning
this
to the world.
In the grove?
Probably after it's in the bag.
After it's in the bag,
Yeah.
in the grove.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, but if they're kind of getting antsy about us, like getting out of the grove, we'll
No,
leave.
not
but-
necessarily.
okay.
No, just curious.
No, so I think,
What
So
were
did-
you opposed to, Blondie?
yeah.
I'm not opposed to this sword re-entering the world.
I mean, if it's gonna kill what's his face, then
I mean, that's a,
it's gonna find somebody that's stupid enough to do it.
you're saying being proactive, and maybe
Mm,
find
no.
someone who, I mean, that's kind of what you implied.
Yes.
You're right. Gotta was not the right term. I meant maybe, if it's convenient for us, we come across a guy and we're like, "Hey, I don't fucking know."
I feel like this is something that if we were to try to pass it off to somebody, it would have to be somebody that we thought could maybe handle it.
I absolutely
mean-
agree. I
but I mean,
have I have a few people in mind.
Yeah.
Do you think they would be able to resist all the mess from point A to point B?
Like I said, I don't know. I'm not saying that we're going to get out of this jungle and I'm going to go here. Look, it's the Sword of Kaz. Everybody, come get it.
We could stick it in a stone.
Well, that's a terrible idea.
Actually, I mean,
I'm also not opposed if you all feel very strongly about this. I am not opposed to leaving it in the heart of the Grim.
oh. I mean, I don't know exactly what we're going to find there, so
We don't, but
so
it seems like it's done a decent job of keeping Lawkeeper safe.
Fair.
yeah.
If nothing else, perhaps there might be rumors about the Sword of Kaz being in the Grim leaking out.
I know a couple of
For
places.
future generations, should the Whispered One make his play.
That's fair.
I just hate to see knowledge lost. This sword has been just absent from histories for hundreds of years, almost thousands. And while it is a dangerous, incredibly dangerous tool, it is also a very useful tool in the fight against the Whispered One.
It might help the Ioun people to know where it is too. I feel like they got a pretty big dog in that fight.
Oh, yeah.
I think that they would very much like to know where this is.
All right, well, if we find a nice little sword-shaped hole in the ground, in the heart of the whatever, drop it off there.
We shall see.
I got a couple of places we can visit across the continent to get
We've
drunk
got some
and
up-
say,
we
I
have-
heard in this one place from this one guy that one sword, yeah.
If
I can do
nothing
that.
else, we know of a much older much more powerful dragon who may be interested in protecting an item of this nature. He did say he was passing on soon, but perhaps he has younger kin who might take up the charge.
All right. Hey, Sunshine, you can send him a message, right?
I was just thinking that.
Your brain word?
Yeah. I mean, that's not what it. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
That's not what it's called.
Okay.
Yes. I mean, we can do that. Do we want to do that now, or do you want to travel a bit and
I personally
Let's-
like the heart of the whatever. The heart of the.
Let's
and see how that goes?
Table it for the moment. I would hate to bother such a noble beast if we. And also, getting to his lair is, I mean, the other direction and still a pain in the ass. I'm working on it, but I haven't yet cracked faster means of movement. So the closest we could get would be Wolf Crest. But
Allegedly, we have an airship.
you have a what?
Allegedly, we have a airship.
Then why have I
trying
been
to
paying for
follow
the
us
drinks?
around. We didn't pay. I don't think. No, it's kind of a volunteer sort of thing. To be fair, last time we saw it, it was broken in many pieces on the ground.
So you have a broken airship.
Apparently, it works now. I'm not. I haven't told you, Blondie. I'm not a big. I don't like the whole higher than 10 feet up kind of thing.
Really?
No.
You're afraid of heights, Kestra?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think it's a valid fear. If I'm
I
buried, I
mean-
can dig. If I'm drowning, I can swim. If I'm falling, I can't do shit.
You can fly.
I
I mean, if I'm
Who
there.
can fly?
Do you want to?
No.
So I'm not the biggest fan. I'm not, but
No,
yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't like falling either. I'm just not particularly afraid of heights.
Well, you see, have people ask you to take an airship ride after you see two of them collide and careen to the ground from. Yeah, that was a wonderful experience.
Sounds like
Yeah.
quite the show.
Would you like to stay in this cavern? Forever.
I mean, is it safe here?
What's that voice? I think the Grove wants us to leave.
It's getting a little close in here, you
Siren
guys.
Ray?
It's getting a little close. Feel a little claustrophobic.
Not again.
Well, I mean, so we're going to, I mean, these are conversations we could continue to have. It sounds like right now our plan is to go to the heart of this.
Yeah, let's go find
And then-
Ania.
Nyana.
Nyana. Got it backwards.
Because she probably
um,
isn't super far from us.
Yeah, let's go find Nyana. Maybe we can procure, considering what we've already done for her and what we are continuing to do for her, perhaps we can garner a guide closer to the heart to make our trip a little bit more expeditious.
I mean, okay.
Yep.
Communication is going to be difficult.
She speaks common.
I don't know if she would be the one taking us, though.
Well, I mean, okay, yes, a good
But
point.
Sam might be able to take us. I don't
What?
know.
No.
Oh, hi.
As you all walk out of the grove having this conversation.
Hi, Sam.
Hi. Hi.
He's never been there. He just
So,
seen it from a
where
distance.
are you studying from, might I ask?
What do you mean, where am I studying from? I'm studying right here.
Where you said you were on some form of like exchange program or something. Where?
No,
what
I'm-
university did you come from?
I'm not from a university. I'm just doing this because this is what I like to do.
He just wants to learn about the world.
Insight check.
Yeah.
Roll insight.
He is Vecna.
That's a my insight. There it is. That's a 17.
He seems pretty earnest.
Okay.
Yeah. He just
I'm sorry. I'm not from like the academy or anything. I just think that it's cool to.
So do you know how to
Mhm.
get to the heart?
Oh no. But I can
Told you.
get you to the I can get you closer than here.
How close?
I can get you to the part where the crazy things start happening.
Thing with the stuff. Okay.
And do you think any of their trackers or whatever would be willing to take us slightly further?
Oh no.
No?
No.
Ah.
That's funny though.
So they don't go anywhere near the heart then?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay, well,
Let's go talk to her.
Oh.
See if there's any other information she can give since we're taking the sword and saved her.
Yes.
You go find Anira. She's still with her nephew, kind of petting his brow, pushing his hair out of his face. Hi, yes, how can I help you?
We are, as you so correctly introduced, going into the heart. Would it be possible to acquire a guide to some, not obviously into, but perhaps to where your instructions start to be a little more pertinent?
Unfortunately, where our territory ends, in between that point is the dragon's territory, and I cannot send any more of my people there.
So then that's good to know. Any more information along those lines of what we should expect would be most helpful.
Be on your guard. Have a lot of drinking water.
Not a problem.
Don't always trust what you see.
Does the dragon have a name?
We only call it Emerald Sky.
All right. I've heard lots of stories. I've read a lot of research about your home. A lot of it is kind of fantastical. How much of the stories of the undead are true?
We've seen some. Every once in a while. Not very often. Sometimes things do not stay in the ground.
All right. Any plants that we should be careful of that might, look normal to us but are actually incredibly toxic?
Here. Let me pull out something for you. There are some plants along the way that I think could help you. Don't mind me. I'm just looking at my notes. She kind of rustles around in the back of the room and is seemingly kind of looking for things. And she pulls out a couple. Things. The first are a bunch of leaves. They're dried. These are mango leaves. They help you to feel better when you are ill, when you have suffered damage, but do not eat too much or you will be sick. You can find these along the way. Also, this root right here will also help bolster you. But if you eat too much, once again, it can poison you. Some of these berries right here, these are Cinda berries. They're dark and they're bitter. We don't normally eat them straight, although some of us have a taste for it. They must be eaten the day they are picked. You can eat them raw or crush them. But it helps you to... helps against the sickness of poison. Or disease. There are diseases in this jungle. Careful. Look for the fist-sized nuts that grow on tall, skinny trees. If you grab one and you pull it down and you shake it, it will light up and it will light your way. If you find yourself sickened with mad fey fever, you can eat a raw or cooked yacha, which is they're little small beetles that scour about. You can eat one and it will help you recover faster. And lastly, the thing you need to stay away from the most are the zabu. They are mushrooms that feed on rotting wood of dead trees. If you handle them carefully, they can be picked or even uprooted without releasing their spores, and sometimes our warriors will use them as ranged weapons. But if they are crushed or struck, they release spores all around them and will poison whoever they touch.
Thank you for your help, madam. This will, I'm sure, be useful to us.
You're welcome.
About what is the... How long do you think it will take us to reach the dragon's territory, and then, in theory, from there, the heart?
Oh, from here to the dragon's territory is a day's travel, maybe less. From there, it's hard to say. It could take a week, perhaps. Depends on how quickly you move.
Our horses. Can we leave them with you? Should we leave them with you?
If you would like to leave them here, they will be waiting for you when you return. We don't have much use for horses in the jungle.
I didn't think so.
We kind of need one of them, though.
Well, yes, but you can make her appear.
Sure.
I mean, it's up to her. She's going to be the one that's up to her ankles or up to her knees in muck.
Yeah, I'll ask her about that when we're done with this.
I guess, would you recommend we leave our horses?
Probably.
All right. I know you just got reacquainted with yours, Eldon, but I'm sure they will take good care of it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Leave feed for them and all will be good. Now, if you do not mind, I wish you haste.
Fair. Well, shall we be on our way?
As you exit the tent, you see that, once again, your friend Sam is there waiting for you. What's going on? What's happening?
We are leaving on our errand, Sam.
Oh.
We're going to be leaving some of our horses here. Would you mind tending after them?
Oh. I mean, okay.
I mean, I assume the elves can as well, but I have a feeling they probably don't have too much experience with it.
Yeah, sure. But the sword, did you find out what it was?
Oh yes, just some cursed thing. I don't know. Nothing particularly important.
Deception
It
check, please.
happens.
$22.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow, okay. Okay, well.
Sam,
What?
do you really want to take us down to?
Yeah,
No,
you
I can
sound
take
pretty-
you. Yeah, I'll take you.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Can you get yourself back?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm a cartographer. What, you don't believe me?
Alright.
DM, can I insight check or some kind of check to see how much I believe this kid can
Can he
survive
actually get
his
us?
way? Yeah, get us there and then get his way back.
Mhm.
Why don't you roll insight?
That's a 12.
He seems earnest.
Earnest doesn't mean capable.
Yes, it does.
I mean, he looks like...
But
Yeah,
Where there's a will, there's a way.
exactly.
You do realize we're going to be going through a green dragon's territory, right?
Oh, yeah. Yikes, that sounds pretty bad, but sounds fine to me. Sorry, that was Camille. I mean, if we go the right way, they won't see us.
All right.
Hey.
Sure. Just go on an adventure, kid.
Oh, well, let me just grab my things and I'll be right here,
Oh.
okay? Okay, I'll be right back. He just takes off.
He's very enthusiastic.
Here, come back. He's got a big old backpack with a bunch of stuff on it. Okay, let's go.
You're gonna have to give me like 5 minutes.
Oh,
Like 5 minutes.
okay.
I'll be right back.
All right.
I'm gonna go over to Red.
Okay.
Hey, Red.
Mm-hmm.
2 things.
Oh, God.
Yeah. First, how much do you want to? What is your opinion on staying here or going with us through the jungle to the heart of the whatever?
They
Or
both
the
sound
jungle?
terrible.
Yep. It's up to you. You can come with us or you can stay here.
I'm gonna stay.
You're gonna stay?
Yep.
Smart.
I
Second
didn't-
question.
I didn't go in last time, so.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Second question. What do you know about the Sword of Cass?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Get out of here. No, I don't. Mm-mm.
Cool. It's in the bag right now.
That, what? Bye.
I was kind of expecting it to be bigger.
That's what they all say.
It's not the first time. Okay. That was it. Enjoy your didn't they say I think it said it would take us a week to get over there. So enjoy your vacation.
Yeah, good luck.
Don't get eaten.
We'll do my best.
No. Okay.
Later.
Bye. I'll walk back over. Red Stan.
Red?
Also, she's kind of pissed we took the sword.
Did you have another person with you?
Sure.
No, she's talking about the horse.
She talks to her horse.
Yep.
Yes.
That's so cool!
Oh God.
I'm gonna write that down.
Please don't write that down. Please, God, don't write that down.
Do make sure you get her name right. It's Dimples.
That doesn't spell Kesra. You're a funny guy.
We have a week.
Well, let's go!
Onward.
Great.
Okay. Sam leads you out of this territory, following some pretty distinctive trails that sometimes fade off into nothing and then pick back up a few minutes later. He seems pretty He seems pretty knowledgeable, pretty quick on his feet, kind of, like wiry, like spirited. As if he's being fueled by his inner energy alone. As you get further away, however, from your grove and your friends, the Enthian tribe,
Mm-hmm.
the forest begins to...
Clear out.
No.
We're through.
No.
So happy.
Great.
Sunshine and flowers.
Ooh, are there flowers?
No, actually. In fact,
Oh.
a perpetual fog hangs in the air.
That's ominous.
Don't
The
like that.
air carries an acrid whiff. Moss-covered trees grow closer together here, except where winding pathways trace their way like a maze towards wherever you may be going. The light that reaches the forest floor here carries this emerald green cast, and every sound around you seems muffled. But Sam walks confidently until you all begin to grow weary from your day's travel. He kind of peers up. I think it's getting dark. Should we take a rest?
Oh, how can you tell?
How long have we been going?
Hours.
Okay. So it's getting towards the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Are we still within the Enthian territory to some extent?
Oh no, we're out of their territory.
Oh,
Oh,
I mean,
Oh.
we're in the dragon territory.
okay. I mean, that maybe next time you say something and
Yeah, let us know.
Oh,
let us. I mean, it's fine. Clearly, we're okay. But maybe in the future, you let us know.
I thought you could tell by like the thickets and stuff. It's really ominous over here.
I mean,
Kind of seemed obvious. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought y'all were seasoned adventurers.
we're not as familiar with these
Okay.
with
okay.
this
I guess
terrain as you are.
how familiar are we with green dragons?
How familiar are you with green dragons?
Have I read about green dragons?
Would you like to roll a history
would.
check?
I would.
I would.
Sure. Knock yourself out.
I don't think I know much about dragons because I intentionally avoided all of the contracts with dragons. 'Cause
I
don't
read
think-
all the books.
I would like to be alive, please. So I don't know.
They were
anything about
they were
dragons.
not my area of total study, so I only got a 12.
I got a 27. I got a natural 20.
I got a 17.
All
I
right.
figured
Did
we
anybody
all
use
did.
one of their
I read
advantages?
a lot.
Did anybody use one of their advantages or anything?
Oh,
No.
no,
Okay. Eldon and Alexander. Eldon, you know a pretty good amount. Alexander, I'll leave it up to you to figure out what you know. You know stuff. You know a pretty good amount about dragons. You've fought several. Never a green dragon though. Usually white. Up in the White Cliffs.
Yep.
But you do know that green dragons it's poison. Poison is their go-to. They are treacherous. They're known for their treachery. They're not afraid to leave a fight if they know they're outmatched. Leona, you would know all those things. You would also know that. Sorry. Green dragons have a reputation as tricksters. They consider themselves to be the smartest and most intelligent of all dragons. And there are many stories of all kinds of deceit and lies in their stories and their tales.
We relay that.
I'll relay a little bit of what I know, what I've read. Tricksters and
Sam's nodding along. Yeah, sounds right.
I've met exactly 3 dragons in my life, and all of them have been since I started this.
What were they like?
2 of them were really
Terrifying.
nice. No,
No, they were. It was
no.
terrifying.
Oh, they were very
Everything-
nice.
No, terrifying.
Oh, I mean, 2 of them were.
No,
One of them.
they were all terrifying.
No, he gave me my loot.
Ooh.
Yes, great. Also, terrifying.
I mean,
Terrifying.
Terrifying does not necessarily mean bad.
No, just meant that I knew I could have.
I'm assuming you're all
Terrifying.
setting up camp at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
they were both very polite. Very generous.
Yeah.
Generous
Yeah.
dragon? Really? Is that
Yeah.
a thing?
It is.
Mm.
Well,
Well,
set up camp.
after camp kind of calms down, Alexander, Sam will sidle up to you.
Mhm.
So tell me about the cool cursed sword.
Oh, well, it causes you to mumble in gibberish. I mean, obviously, I couldn't understand any of the Sylvan you was saying, but as far as I understand, well, I did understand it because of the spell that I cast, but even when it was just gibberish. Anyways, I mean, you know, it was interesting. It had certain ley lines on it that seems to pull towards death. I mean, lots of requests for blood. But it seemed just kind of like a very, I don't know. I thought maybe it was abyssal in nature, perhaps hellish. They tend to be very bloodthirsty.
That's very interesting. Can I write that down?
I know
Sure.
what all of those words mean, and yet that's still talking
What,
in
Dimples?
circles. Talking in circles, Blondie. That's all.
No.
Can I?
Sure.
Do you have it?
No.
Do we have
I
it?
don't have
Yeah.
it. No.
What? Do you have it?
What?
I don't.
The
Have what?
sword?
The sword.
I don't
We
have
Oh.
it.
They
no,
No.
it's very
No.
No, we decided it was best if we
Oh.
left it.
Okay. Well, what did it look like?
Well, there was on the pommel. It was actually quite odd. There was a little rabbit, big pointy teeth like this.
It was kind of cute.
No,
And-
I've heard of that rabbit. That rabbit's fucking awful.
Yes, it is.
It's killed dozens of men,
A
Has
guy
it?
named Tim told me all about it.
Has it?
allegedly. I obviously
Allegedly.
haven't gone anywhere near
It
it.
was a sword, Sam. I don't
Why
know.
don't you just hand it over?
Leona.
Hmm?
Dear, what were you saying about dragons being tricksters?
Honestly, I'm surprised it took you this long to figure it out.
Who says that it did?
I did.
Hmm.
Give me the sword of Cass, and I won't eat you. I'm gonna give you 3 seconds to reach
That's
into your
not-
bag.
Nearly long enough seconds.
1, 2,
Which bag was it in again? don't remember.
The dragon begins to shift away from this human form into a massive, green-skinned, scaled dragon. And its voice, their voice grows significantly deeper. I said, hand over the Sword of Cass, and I won't eat you.
You're terrifying,
What?
by the way.
I
Why?
need everybody to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
With the +3.
With advantage.
I
Wait.
will use. Wait, we have
Look,
advantage?
I'm using an advantage.
No.
I am also using one of my advantages.
+3.
Right? Can I use one of my advantages, Camille?
Sure.
Hey, DM.
Hey.
I rolled a 3, so I'm going to use my instant crit.
Okay.
Good wisdom.
Yes,
Can I use 2 advantages?
you can.
I'm gonna. Yeah, I'll take my 21.
God, but that was my crow. Okay, it's fine. Okay, all right. I'm done trying. It's fine. I just used 2 crits.
I mean,
it's
if you
fine.
use a third, then just call it the crit.
Did anybody roll below a 19?
Yes.
Leona, you are frightened.
Okay.
So, I'm not gonna call for initiative just yet, but we are gonna. This is a lot of things that are gonna be happening at the same time. So, if somebody would like to do something very quickly, within the first 6 seconds or the next 6 seconds, raise your hand.
I would just say, pull out my sword and shield and stand in front, like just
Can I?
Get ready for
with
combat?
them. Just
I'm-
defensive posture, not,
Okay.
but just kind of interposing.
Okay.
I'm gonna try not to shit myself and say, can I don't it's none of my business, but why do you want it again? Like, is it just a cool thing to have?
Roll for persuasion.
I'm gonna use an advantage.
Okay.
Haha, that was worth it. I mean, maybe. Persuasion. I'm not very Oh, I am super persuasive. I keep forgetting. Got that rustic charm. 24.
Okay, as you speak, you feel the fog begin to roll in towards you, towards this green dragon, as if the lair area itself is responding to
Of course.
his presence.
Fuck.
And he puts his 2 big, massive talons right in front of you and leans right in and says, "That sword belongs to the cult. Give it back now."
Hey,
cult?
wait, aren't we friends with them? We're friends, you know, Chuckles. Fuck, no, his real name.
Mondi.
Mondi.
I know no one
He's-
by that name.
He's the son of the consort.
What consort?
What cult are you talking about?
The cult of the Dragon Queen. Now
Okay,
give it
yeah.
back.
Do you have
wait.
the do you have the symbol thing? In the
Yeah,
bag?
can I'll look in my bag.
Give us like
You
2
hear a
seconds.
low growl, and
No. Time. Hang on. 2
poison
seconds.
begins to furl around its snout, dripping down.
I got. like,
Just wait
2
1
seconds.
second. Wait,
2
just
seconds. We have like purple tiefling. I know. Is he still purple? He was turning kind of black
He
sometimes.
he had scales, but he had horns, and they
What
curled
about
out.
him?
We're his
He-
buddies. Please
He's
don't
our
kill
friend.
us.
That doesn't matter to me.
We could.
Well, it's going to matter to him, and
3, 2,
Wait. Why does this cult want the sword of
One.
Cass?
Charm monster.
legendary. Actually, well, let's see if I'll save first. Hold on. That's a success.
Okay.
Okay. I need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
+3.
Using an advantage.
Okay. I really want to know why the
+3.
cult wants a thingy. It's fine.
I'm gonna use an advantage.
Okay, hold on. My overlay is unhappy. Ah! Mindy. Mindy, what'd you get?
18.
Eldon, what'd you get?
27.
Alexander, what'd you get?
What is this?
Not enough.
Kester,
Oh,
what'd
no.
you get?
15.
Everybody
Oh.
except for Eldon fails. You're gonna
What
each
happens?
take 64 points of poison
60.
damage.
64.
Wait, 64?
You heard me.
I'm unconscious.
Okay.
Oh, God. At
Is
least I'm
anybody
not
else
scared.
unconscious?
I'm alive.
Hey, Alexander, are you up?
Barely.
Okay. As this green, nasty cloud forms at its mouth and it exhales, this poison gas pours from its snout and begins to envelop you all, burning at your skin, searing your throats. Leona falls to the ground. Leona, you watch everything begin to blur in slow motion, and the last thing you see, your eyes are still open, is the underside of this green yellow dragon's belly. I said, give it back.
All right, fucking chill out. God, shit. Just hold on.
Dax.
Fucking hold on. I'm gonna go over to Leona. I'm gonna put my hand on her shoulder and I'm gonna put 1 point of lay on hands on her. Just one. I don't know how it works. I'm just gonna like, come on now. A little. I'm not taking my eyes off the dragon. I'm just gonna like reach down and like shake her. I'm like, sunshine. Get
As
up.
soon as you
Get
reach for her, talon, claw slams onto the ground, and the whole world around you rumbling as an earthquake shakes around you. I said, no!
Which the fucking.
I'll reach
I-
into my bag.
Did I get my hit point?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
Kind of coughing as I go, and I will pull out the satchel, the bag that has this. So the bag in a bag that has the Sword of Kaz
Okay.
inside it.
And
Well,
set it down.
drop it.
Step away.
Step away.
He takes it with a talon and wraps it up underneath.
Is there anything else in that bag?
It's not the
Um,
abyss bag, it's just the thing it's holding.
Yeah. It's not the bag of holding. It's just because we put a regular bag around the Sword of Kaz, and then we put that inside the bag of holding.
Tucks it up underneath, lets out a terrible snarl. And then you watch as its two massive wings extend up, bursting through the treetop as it takes off into the night. You see a massive dragon-sized, ancient green dragon-sized hole it left in its wake.
Could have at least gotten us to the heart of the
And
grim.
he promised.
Fuck.
Sit time. Good.
Oh, shit. Can we go to... Fuck. Sunshine, are you alright?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I take it we hadn't gotten our tiny huts up yet.
I don't think so.
Fuck.
Tiny hut. We only need one because they don't have the horses, which is good. Because I think I need to lay down for a minute.
I agree. My lungs are on fire.
God, I have so many questions, but I don't actually want to ask any of them.
Well, keep them to yourself for 10 minutes while I get this thing erected.
Alright.
Okay.
Got a dirty mind, Camille. That's what you do. You erect a tent.
Oh my
Here, let me
god.
just pitch
That
this
made me
up.
so happy.
Hey, Sunshine. Maybe next time you think somebody's a dragon, share.
I didn't really think he was a dragon. I was just. I don't know.
Hey,
I
I'm
thought
gonna-
maybe if we sounded cooler than we were, he would go away.
that good idea. I'm gonna
mean-
pull out the jug.
The fact
Just-
that he left us with our life is a blessing in and of itself.
I mean, now we don't have to worry about the sword. It's actually a win-win situation if you look at it from the right
Totally.
perspective.
And we do know where it is.
It's
Mhm.
true.
Yes.
Does this
So-
jug make aloe vera? I'm gonna whisper into the jug.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait,
Aloe.
They said.
A tiny
Yeah.
little goop appears at the bottom.
Oh God. Okay.
What is aloe vera going to do for?
Burns.
I'm not burned, Kesra.
I am. The poison. Fucking hurt. Skin and everything. I'm gonna just shove it on Alexander's face and smush it around a little bit.
Oh,
Leave it.
Oh.
Leave it. Leave it.
leave it.
Yeah.
Mm,
And I'm gonna
Okay.
goop everybody else. Trust me, this is the best thing for sunburns. I assume they do well with poison burns. Ugh. I'm gonna
I love
ale. I'm just gonna start
just-
fucking chugging.
Well, I tried to get him on our side, but yeah, he's big. He's very big.
He's as
Eldon.
big as all the other ones.
You've got a very high passive perception.
Oh yeah.
God.
What are you doing at the moment?
Honestly, while he's working on getting the hut erected, I'm honestly just kind of looking. I'm just kind of making around
Okay.
where.
As you make your rounds, you actually glance through the Sorry, you glance through the treetops and you actually see two things. To the left, you see mountains. And to the right, a monument, almost a statue, a thing, really, a spire, black against the dark night. To your right.
So now I know which way we need to go.
What?
Are you talking to yourself?
Why do you look fine? Did you duck? You ducked, didn't you?
Totally.
Are you secretly a dragon?
Yes.
Fuck.
Mm.
Are you one of the nice alcohol gift giving dragons, or
Oh
the,
yeah, can you be one of those?
tacky steal swords from us
Ah.
dragons?
I don't want your swords.
Cool. What do you want?
You can have mine.
So many things.
I forget I have one.
Do you
You
have,
have a
one?
sword? You carry a sword?
I have a rapier. I don't really have a
Okay.
sword.
Gotcha.
No, I
I
only
much
just have a
pref-
dagger.
I have a dagger somewhere. I prefer my loot. Oh, well, that was a day.
Yes. You should be.
Fucking. Y'all, that dragon hung out with the elves for 2 fucking weeks. Trying. Why do you think he could he not get into the grove? Because he was
must
a
not
dragon.
have been able to get into
Oh
the
yeah.
grove.
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, it's a sacred place of Melora.
I mean, he gets points for not burning it all down or whatever, but
I mean, does he?
He probably
He-
wouldn't have been able to get it anyway. That's the thing.
Right.
it's true. He gets points for not immediately murdering us the moment we left
To-
town, or even murdering
I
us
wonder
after.
why he.
He counted a lot, so I feel like he
Mhm.
gets points.
Why did he wait so long? I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter.
He also didn't give two shits about Chuckles, so I hope Chuckles was doing all right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I could probably cast Ascending tonight before I go to bed.
I wonder if we ask him real. We don't want that sword anyway.
No.
We do not want it.
It's fine.
We
I
just want to
mean,
know where it
like I
is.
said, this is honestly almost best case scenario. I mean, we got where
I
We got-
disagree.
I mean, it could have been much worse. Look at the positives. We no longer have to deal with the sword. We no longer. I mean, Sam was very enthusiastic, but he was maybe not the best travel companion. And we're not dead.
Oh, by the way, I would just like to give a second shout out to this.
Mwah, perfect. That's why you wanted to wear it for
That's
this.
why I wanted to wear it tonight.
I see. I see.
I quit
Um,
D&D. This is it. I'm done.
Sam was
No.
Retiring.
No.
Retiring.
I asked Red about the sword. She just went, no. Fuck. Shit. Like, it was just all negative. She didn't even give any,
That's-
like, commentary on it. It was just bad.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
you know, now we don't have it, which is good. It's not going to tempt any of us to like kill a bunch of people, and we don't have to worry about someone else finding it now. Because I mean, I don't really love the idea of a dragon having it, but I mean, to be fair,
Seemed like the dragon had it for a while.
then someone's going to probably have a harder time taking it from the dragon than from us. I mean, based on
That's
our
fair.
small, very short encounter. So, like again,
If they stole it from the dragon and the sword hadn't been around in hundreds of years,
I mean,
maybe it would.
I'm honestly wondering if
Probably gonna stay
they
here.
I'm honestly wondering if they actually stole it.
Hmm.
I'm wondering if he didn't just give it to that poor elf and shove him back into town.
But why?
Just-
To what? Yeah, to what end?
because he's bloodthirsty, he could have tried to kill everybody. That's
No, but-
actually
No, why would the dragon do that?
so that
To,
he
maybe
wouldn't have to
maybe it
worry
wasn't
about them.
sure that it was the sword of Kaz, and we confirmed it for him.
That's
Oh,
possible.
that's right. Because
Sure.
so many questions are left unanswered,
How
and
do y'all's
I'm
faces feel? Do you need more goop?
I feel fine.
I feel tired in my soul.
Goop can't fix that.
No, a good night's sleep might be able to though.
Yep.
Um,
That's what we need.
I would like to cast some sendings.
You don't say.
Ooh, yeah. Although,
By the way, the
Wow.
chat is wondering what color Leona's hair is.
oh,
When you woke up this morning, it was a little more pinkish than blue, but
Oh,
still
yay.
touches of blue at the end.
oh, guys, I'm happy again, or something. Okay, so, I sent three, I think, to. I'm just trying to keep track of spell slots, so I'm not cheating the system.
Cheating the system.
But I should be fine because I was unconscious immediately, so I didn't cast any spells today. So I would like to have a little bit of back and forth with my dear friend Salix.
Okay.
About a flower, and I found it, and making sure that she's okay, and checking in and saying hi to Kendall, and
Tell him I say hi.
okay, oh, actually, I think I did. I think I already
did.
I already said you said hello.
But I
Even-
didn't say hi.
Meh. So, it sounds like they're having a tough time. Salix mentioned an army of undead up north, which we,
How far north? Was it those skeletons that we like?
I mean, the only army of the undead I know of is the one that we walked through.
We walked through. She also mentioned a book.
A book? I like
A-
books.
I mean, I don't know about this book.
On a book.
She mentioned a book about how to kill gods. DM, have I heard anything about anything with? Have I heard rumor of a book like this?
She said the name right. The God's
yes. Yes.
Which you
The
would
God's
remember from the
Fall.
prophecy. From Kestra's prophecy. Would you like me to say it for you again?
Sure, I will always
Uh-huh.
listen to you say the prophecy. Yes, ma'am.
Oh wow, it's been a while. Oh no.
Fuck.
Oh, I'm so nervous. I don't know
Card.
why.
Can I just?
Okay.
Where's my fuck card?
Where's my oof card?
The dark commander of the Black Watch cloaks all of the realm in shadow. His reign of endless torment knows no bounds, an unstoppable force that no man can end. Save the Marked One, heir to the Veldahar, born of the Hunter's Moon, cursed by Alas Ran, who will conquer the unconquerable, or else bring upon us the Godfall.
Fuck.
So,
That's my girl.
Fuck.
That's my girl. Get out.
so there's that. I think they have it in the.
Do
I
they have a
think they ha-
book that,
They have a
that is
book.
called The Godfall?
Yes.
Did they describe it?
I'm pretty sure. I forgot that there was a name. I'm pretty sure Salix described it.
As made of flesh, yeah.
What? Fuck. God.
There's not
she did
many
not.
people.
No,
who...
sorry.
Oh, yeah.
She did
I
not
can't
describe
listen.
it.
I can't listen because my headphones are in this computer. Otherwise, I would. Sorry.
Well,
See if I can play them. Hold on.
So that would be great.
How the shit? What kind of shit did they get into? It's like we infected them
Hold
with
on.
our fucking.
Oh, do you have?
We're okay. Well, no. We found a terrible book. It talks about how to kill gods.
Yeah.
There's an undead army gathering somewhere up north, and we don't know what to do. Can you help?
Okay, so. Okay, that's what I thought. So,
Book that could kill. It's
a
like
book
we
about killing gods. They're asking for help about this army, but if it's the army that we know it to be, do
It's
they
just-
really?
it's guarding the mountain, as far as I know. I thought that was the whole point, is that it's there to guard the Well of Wonder. But I mean, I don't know for sure.
Could there be another one? Because
I mean,
look, a lot of skeletons look scary, but they're just skeletons.
there could be another army, but I mean, feel like Eldon, you might. Did you fight many undead
I
up
would
north?
say Eldon was.
Did I? Yeah.
Was there? Was it like?
Was it an army?
No, just smatterings here and there.
Hmm.
So
So,
we
I mean-
did not. She did not tell you what this book looks like.
No. She just said it's
Why?
how to kill.
Well, it
to
sounds like a
end
very
gods.
dangerous book.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure.
Hang on. Why is it important what the book looks like?
Because the book was in my vision. The in my vision there was a book of made of flesh.
Alexander, there are lots of books made of flesh.
Yeah, that's not exactly unique. Depending on the availability of local bovine resources, some people have raided
Human.
crypts,
Blondie, have you ever
etc.
had a book made of?
No,
Human.
not that uncouth.
Okay.
So what
I'm gonna kick Kesra.
Oh fuck.
so
Toes are bugging.
I mean, we can't really do a whole lot. I mean, I could tell.
My suggestion, Leona, I don't know this person, but if she is
Oh, she's
someone-
lovely.
if she is someone that you care about, and I know that if you've met them, you probably care about them, but if she's someone you really care about, then I would suggest they hide that or ditch it, or do both. Hide it somewhere that is not on them.
Okay.
I mean, it sounds. I mean, if it's a book that talks about killing gods.
right.
That's dangerous knowledge. It probably can't be depending on if it's magical or not. It may or may not be able to be destroyed.
So if nothing else, at least keep it hush hush, which I am
Yes.
assuming they're probably going to do. But just to be safe,
As for the army, I would say stay away from it. There's Wolfcrest is there. They've got a whole cadre of priests that all they do is deal with the
yeah.
undead.
What I can do is I think I could probably send a few more sendings to people so that at
I
least
can
they're
send sendings as well, Leona.
so
we can
you
split this up.
okay.
Don't let them do with it like we did with the phylactery.
If you want, I mean, we've already told. Well, at least in passing, we told my father about the army in the north, but we can inform the mistress in Wolfcrest of that there are new rumors of an army in the north. That is something we can do. I can do that. I can message Zytharia if you would prefer.
Yes, that would be great.
Hey,
Um,
Eldon, is there anybody you would, since apparently you did that with the army, do you have anybody you would suggest sending any messages to?
just so that they're aware.
I can call Val. That's the only connection I have.
Well, it's
Yeah.
something. Is she still stationed in the north?
As far as I know.
Forewarned
Okay.
is forearmed.
Okay. I'll cast sending to Salix.
Okay.
Hi, Salix. It's Leona again. Maybe we get rid of that book? At least hide it. We'll see if we can get other issues communicated.
If you want to put her mind at ease about the army, you could inform her that you know people in high places and that we are informing the authorities.
It's me again. My friends and I know a few important people that might be able to help. Try not to worry too much.
With the army.
army.
We don't want to. We don't want to going to people and being like, "Oh, we've got a book that kills gods." We just put her at ease.
I told him not to tell anybody about that.
Well, yes, but then you just said we can give you help with stuff. You didn't say about what.
Oh.
You really no, Leona. There must be somebody else you want to talk to. I mean, I know you can talk to Ray without a problem anymore, but
It's okay. I'm okay. I can send one more.
all right.
Last one, I promise. We will help with the army. Hide or get rid of the book. Sorry for any confusion. I am tired.
I'll send a sending to Zactharia. Doomguide Kelcrest. We have information from a reasonably good source that there may be an army of undead amassing in the north. Be prepared.
A few minutes go by and you hear back from your tiefling cleric friend. Hello, Alexander. It's so good to hear from you. Okay, thank you. Have a good night.
She is, as always, her cheerful self. Is there anyone else that I know that you think we should contact, Leona?
I don't know if it's a bad... Well, I guess Itharia's there. I mean... I don't think so. Because you said you mentioned it to your father. I'll probably mention something to Areo. And they would know. I mean, they would know who to contact if there was any need to go further than that, right?
Yes, and Leona, we're in a jungle far to the south.
I mean, I know, but like,
There's only so much we can do, dear.
Yeah.
I mean, I know, but like, this is part of what we can do. So,
Yes,
What-
no, I
what
absolutely
is?
agree.
what?
Telling people? Sure.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying we need to go up north. I mean, I know we have stuff we need to take care of, but just making sure that someone's taking care of it if it needs to be taken care of.
Of course, of course.
Like I said, I've got up north,
Yes.
the White Cliffs.
Do it.
Valerie, it's Eldon.
Who else would it be?
I'm just being polite. Listen, are you still stationed in the White Cliffs?
Give me your
Yeah.
code word. It's whatever you want it to be.
I know, I'm thinking.
Okay.
Peanut butter.
Get the fuck out.
No, I like it. Peanut butter.
God, you need to pick a better fucking code word.
You pick it next time.
Maybe I will. Okay, regardless, we're not stationed in the White Cliffs anymore. We are marching to the capital. We left yesterday.
What's the intention with that?
Well, you're a captain now. I guess I can tell you.
Mm-hmm.
We're meeting Asmarin and Wolfcrest troops. We're going to convince the city guard to surrender. Your prince is, something else.
Yes, he is. Listen, we've gotten word that there may or is an army of undead amassing in the north.
How big of an army?
Big. Like, I'm assuming. I don't.
Like a battalion? Like,
I don't know.
okay.
Enough to have spread down here, and I'm about as far south as you can get right now.
Okay.
Um,
I'll tell the prince, or I'll tell the emperor.
yeah.
King? I don't know. It's weird. I'll tell him.
Thank you. Be safe.
You too.
Well, I, for one, am ready to get some sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing can come in the bubble, right?
Nothing can
Should
come in
we-
the bubble.
Should we take watches anyway? I mean,
Not necessary.
is a bubble gonna take the? I mean, is the bubble really gonna protect us from a dragon?
Yes.
Leanna.
Bubble
Oh,
protects us from a
that's
dragon.
me.
We tried burning it, but it didn't work. I tried to rip a page, and it ripped me. I nearly died. If you have any suggestions on where to hide it, I'm all ears. We'll look for somewhere safe, too. I'm glad to hear someone can help with the army. It's in the northeast, but I'm not sure exactly where.
Oh.
Did you just get ascending?
So,
Spit it out, sunshine.
the good news is the bad news is they okay. The good news is they did try to destroy it. The bad news is it did not work at all.
Yeah, I mean, magical books
she said-
can be like that sometimes.
She said that they tried to burn it. That didn't work. She said she tried to tear a page out, and instead it tore her. She almost died. So,
My.
What?
So I think maybe she said that they would try to find a place to hide it, but I don't know if maybe we would know of a place that would be good. She also mentioned that the army that she was talking about was northeast, which would make sense with what we saw, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
So that makes me feel there's the good news. I knew it was there. Does anyone have a good idea of where to hide a magical book that rips people in half sometimes?
Well,
There's that treehouse.
Is that treehouse really safe anymore? I mean,
I don't know. I don't know if it's safe with.
treehouse.
Yeah, we met she was a bitch.
You would think that.
She was-
Sinestra.
She was very helpful. She gave us a book.
She drugged me. It was pretty great.
It was really, she was very kind. She let me borrow a book from her library. It was a gift to Kesra.
See, well, I mean,
Look,
you could reach out to her, I assume, and
give to me?
Um,
No, we can't.
she,
We got her head in a box
well,
from
wait,
Roman.
you're bad at stories, Kestra.
Yeah.
Because I assume when you say we got her head in a box, you don't mean that you went and killed her and now you currently have her head in a box.
No, we received her head in a box.
Yes, well, words are
Roman.
important, Kestra. Words are important.
Did you think that I went out and got her head personally?
With the way you said it, I wasn't 100% sure.
Moral of the story is she lived in a tree that was a gift from Mayun that allegedly people couldn't find her in. There were a lot of books. It was really boring. A lot of
Okay.
brooms, too. But I don't know if it's the same if she's not there. Like, allegedly, because it's, like, from
Right.
Mayun,
Well,
is it, like...
It doesn't sound like it's really a viable option anyway.
Well, to be fair, she wasn't in it when her head got chopped off. So...
Okay.
So
then the question is, how do we find the tree?
we know where the tree is. We were in the tree.
maybe,
All right. Well, let's call that a
I don't fucking know.
option B for the moment. Let's come up with an option A.
maybe we should sleep on it.
That sounds like a good idea.
Problem at a time.
We're still
I-
trying to find the lore keeper.
Fuck.
Who knows? Maybe once we do, we will have some insight into what to do about this book. It is said to be a absolute trove of knowledge.
You also thought it was an actual book. Blondie.
Okay,
Like, look.
fair.
Sorry.
That doesn't mean
Sorry.
it's still not a trove of knowledge. Remember, I was talking to a sword earlier today.
Yeah.
What an adventure this has been. I'm going to... I'm going to send a quick message to Ray.
Okay.
Hi, Areo. It's Leona. I'm really tired, but I just wanted to say hello, and I hope you're safe. And I love you.
Leona. Love.
You're muted.
No, I'm not. Am I?
Yeah, I can't hear you.
Can't hear you, Camille.
Areo hates me. The wedding's off!
Oh no!
You're
That
good.
was quick.
I think we can hear you now, Camille. Say something.
What about now?
Oh,
You
maybe
wanna-
not. I
you
could have
wanna
sworn I
come
heard
up
you
here?
say fuck.
Hello? Hi, can
Do you want to come up
What
here?
happened?
I don't know. Something would happen with
Wait,
the
wait.
voice, I think.
There it is.
Hi.
Hello.
It's very faint, though.
Quiet.
Okay, something happened. I just worked.
No, it's gone.
Leona.
While she's figuring out her
I'm right
sound,
here.
I can't.
follow
Yell
us
across the house.
here.
What about now? Can you hear me now?
I can't. Now.
What the fuck is happening?
Well, follow us here. Subscribe if you can. If you can't, we love you anyway. Follow us on Discord. Follow us on Twitter.
Can you hear me?
Be our friends because we really want to be friends with you.
Yeah.
We really do.
Oh, thanks, King Sweet. Is this Areo's way of breaking up with me? Guys.
He's not answering.
So if you would like, DM, I do have one other thing that I would like to do tonight that I can do. I can't hear you. I was just gonna. Oh, I know I can hear you.
There it was.
I can hear that.
Okay, you can hear me now.
Yes,
Yes,
you're still very quiet.
It
very
but-
sounds
quiet.
like
So
it's
quiet,
coming
but
from
it's
your
there.
webcam. It sounds
Yeah.
like it's
Yeah.
coming from your webcam.
What the?
Did your mic go out?
Hold on. What
Oh.
about
There you
now?
are. There you are. There you are. There you are. Yes.
Found it.
Woo!
There we go, friends.
Magical.
Can you redo your sending for me, Leona?
Word for word.
Hi, Areo. It's Leona. I'm really tired, but I just wanted to say hi. I hope you're doing well. I love you. I think I got that in the wrong order, but
Leona. Love. You have no idea how good it is to hear your voice. I've met with the generals and my cousin. And I think that we have a plan that's going to work. But I miss you. It's not the same without you.
I'm glad that things are looking up. I don't suppose you can share your plan.
With you, I would share anything. The idea is to connect with the troops from Wolfcrest and Asmarin. And we are going to launch an assault on the capital. Probably have to lay siege for quite some time before we break in. But we will not give up. This is too important. How are you?
I'm tired.
What happened?
We saw a dragon today. He's big and green.
You saw a what? Are you okay? Are you dying? I'll come
I
over there
don't-
right now.
No. We agreed that we weren't going to do that. And if I'm not allowed to go help you lay siege to the capital, you're not allowed to come help me after the dragon's already gone.
Do you know the dragon's name? Shall I slay it in your honor?
That is beautiful. But I feel like we have a number of other things we need to worry about. So maybe we save the dragon slaying for later.
It's a date.
It's a very unusual date, but I mean, why not? It'll be a great story for our children one day.
I cannot wait to see you again.
I love you.
As I love you.
Be safe, please.
You as well. Get rest. Good night, my love. I'm always with you.
Good night.
And with that, my friends, we will call it a session. What should we call the session?
Never trust a Sam.
Fun fact, I dated a Sam in college and that's where it inspired the name.
Sam Lies Green Boy.
Oh my god.
Okay, we're gonna sign off. Who wants to start us off?
Hi. I'm Mindy. You can find me on Twitter at MKAY1713. I played Leona. Mindy is also tired.
Hi, I'm Kate. You can find me on Twitter and literally everywhere important at Very Pale Ale because I'm both very white and very bitter. I have the eternal joy of playing Kesra.
Hi, I'm Than. You can find me everywhere on the internet at Thanrand, and I had a blast playing Eldon.
Hey everybody, I'm Morgan, and you can find me on Instagram at Revenant_ceramics. And I played Alexander.
And I am your host and Dungeon Master. I played everybody else. My name is Camille. You can find me on Twitter at CamilleDoesDND, where I talk about Twitter and other things that are fun. No, I talk about D&D and other things that are fun. Sometimes I also talk about Twitter. You can also follow the channel at Open4Adventure. That's the number 4. Please give a follow to our wonderful sponsors, Campaign Coins. Thank you to my roommate for my amazing shirt tonight. And last but not least, I want to give a massive thank you to our warm, fuzzy patrons who are Bill Travis! And y'all are supposed to cheer. Guys, what are y'all doing?
And I'm muted.
Woo!
Callan!
Yeah.
And King Swede!
Oh yeah.
Shark.
I have a fun surprise for my lore masters tonight. I found my notes when I was creating that prophecy that I did, and I'm going to drop my notes, which includes an excerpt of a prophecy part that did not ever get published yet. So, if you are
What is
if you want to
prophecy?
become a lore master for tonight, go ahead and check
Prophecy!
it out. The prophecy.
What?
Yeah, I found my notes on it right here in this notebook. That's why I was taking a picture of it. And what? It's right here. I
I
found
have
these.
feelings. Dear you still.
So I'm gonna take a picture of it. I'm gonna drop it for my lore masters. I hope y'all have fun with it. Am I forgetting anything?
No.
You can
I don't
find
think
us.
so.
But don't
Campaign
forget
coins,
to.
maybe?
Yeah, I already mentioned campaign coins. Check out our Discord. Check out our schedule. We have an upcoming show that's coming out. I think on the 1st Tuesday. Damaged by Callan. It's gonna be amazing. It's got a great crew, and lots more coming out all the time.
Ooh.
Ooh, Camille, I gotta look at my freaking calendar. Are we on break next week?
Calendar. So we played today, which is the
I think we're
16th.
supposed to be
We
off
are
next
not playing next week.
So I-
Fate's Chosen is not playing on the 23rd. So the next time we will see you is on the 30th. So.
It'll be a long time, folks.
Have a wonderful Christmas. Have a happy holidays.
This is the worst, Chris. It's like getting coal in your stocking.
At least it's not your birthday.
When's your
It's my
birthday?
The 23rd,
Oh.
next Monday.
Oh.
Oh.
Happy early
okay.
birthday.
I'm gonna show up to play anyway.
Yeah, we're just gonna.
If I didn't think my connection was going to be awful and I was going to be surrounded by in-laws, I would definitely still play next week. But both of those things are true, so.
I'll probably just stream on my own channel that night.
I might not be going anyway, so we'll see.
Hey.
Hey. It's been an absolute pleasure for us to have all of y'all in chat. And it's been an absolute pleasure. Oh, and nobody ever said that. Whatever, we'll do it next week. Your favorite part of the session. That's what I was like. Why are the sign-offs feeling really short tonight? Regardless. We're going to go do our call-outs, which are very important for us to do decompression after every session, which I realize that none of y'all see because we do it offline. So if you want to do, I highly encourage everybody to do call-outs at the end of their sessions. What we do is each player goes around and says one thing that they really liked about every other player. They have the option of saying something that they feel vulnerable about or that they're not sure about so that everybody else can validate them and give them feedback. And the last thing that we do, which is the most important, is we say what we liked that we did. So I would say what I liked that I did. Because if we are not doing things that we are like, if we are not having fun, then what are we doing here? So I encourage all of you to use the call-out form at your own leisure, at your own tables. And if you have any questions, you can always reach me on Twitter and Discord. We will see you soon. We are going to roll those credits. Bye!
Bye, y'all.